The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gideon Block, a paladin of Daga, bringing her justice to the wilds of Ritoya.
I'm Konnor Shenold, and I play Konnor with a K, the Kobold sorcerer who's finally out of the bag.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Xonimus Dinar, a roguish warlock controlling his fate with chaos.
I'm Kiri Hester, and I play Poppy Tealeaf, a highborn halfling druid who has forsaken her family for the call of the frontier.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Mokrin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer wielding his arcane gifts to delve into the mysteries of the wilderness.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Callban Frontier. Continuing to explore the remains of the crashed skyship, you managed to find some treasures, find some secrets hidden. But descending lower, you found a place of pain. Cages lining the wall where the unfortunate, unwilling slaves of the Empire were once kept. The air here is noticeably colder, the energy noticeably darker as you step onto this deck and hear a voice hiss into your ear. Leave this place.
I stand in front of the rest of the group, shield up. Real quick question. I had cast magic weapon on my gun. Has it been longer than an hour? I'm guessing not, since we still have Pete.
No, you've got Pete. I would give it a good 15 minutes.
Okay, then
left.
I draw my weapon and stand before everybody, protecting them. And I say, reveal yourself.
You see shimmering into existence 3 figures dressed in the armor of the Empire with the prominent black handprint emblazoned on their tunics. Each clutches a longsword and a shield, looking at you all.
Plunged this ship to the ground thousands of years ago and killed you once. You want me to have to do it again?
We are waterways of the Obsidian God, and we will defend.
Well, see, my friend Gideon here has been having a great influence over me lately, whether he knows it or not. And I was actually considering letting you 3 live. But because you think there is still an Obsidian Guard, that time has passed. Fireball. Eldritch Blast.
All right.
Okay.
Let's say you gave that necklace to Konnor.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's 3. So...
Well, I'm going to shoot them both with the one that was speaking.
Okay.
16?
16 hits exactly.
Okay, yay. So fantastic.
And can I be firing at the same time he's doing his Eldritch Blast?
After he rolls this damage, we're going to go into
That's what I
initiative.
figured. Gotcha.
Okay. 8 on one, and that is very cocked. 5 on the other.
All right. Well, boys and girls, I think this is the appropriate time to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start rolling on D&D Beyond.
Johnny's dice box has cursed.
Cursed. Xonimus.
14.
Konnor.
7.
Gideon.
16.
Mokrin.
21.
Poppy.
23.
23.
Wow.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wow.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
All right, get them walking spells out there early.
So low on spell slots.
So, the scene before you, my friends. You have just descended down onto B deck. There's a massive cages to one side, and then a pretty open space. Other than that, looks like probably at one point, if you look closely, you could see like hooks on the walls where hammocks would have hung for the rest of the non-enslaved crew. Some rotting wood and chairs that may have been part of like the galley. So this was at one time an area where the crew would just kind of hang out. You have the hole behind you, and to left, right, and center of your group, you have these three. And Gideon, I will allow you to roll a religion check because these are undead.
14.
They are a type of wraith, specifically called Sword Wraiths.
Okay.
Sounds creepy.
Yes. They are warriors who died without earning honor.
Right.
So they seem to basically kind of be guarding this place that was once their oath-bound, sworn to protect this place.
How far away are they?
They're all within a 30-foot
Okay.
distance. So you've got one kind of front and center, and then the other two to the two sides of you, boxing you in with this hole.
And Tawny hit the one in the center?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, that's the one that was speaking. Poppy, what would you like to do?
I do want to own up for whoever was listening and tracking my spells. I said that I gave Pete protection from energy, but I could not have because that is also a concentration spell. So I'm glad Pete didn't take any damage, so that never came up, but I will take the used spell slot as punishment.
Okay.
So I'm very low on spells. Pete is upstairs.
You see Pete, the polar bear, just kind of look down.
Could Pete?
Would you like to try for the polar bear to jump down and join you?
Yeah, I don't know how well it would work
Pull out Coca-Cola and rattle it.
Nice.
because he doesn't have thumbs, so he can't use the rope at all.
He couldn't use the rope, but he could, in theory,
Try to like jump this
jump
way.
sideways and like catch
Polar
the.
bear slide. Is there any way you could slide down the board?
So I'm going to have Pete.
I would basically say Pete would need to make an athletics check.
Well, he's real strong.
It is.
So we'll try. Pete, give it a shot, and if you fail, then I have other spells.
Just disperse yourself.
Tuck and roll, tuck and roll, tuck and roll!
So it's going to be a 16.
16, okay. So luckily Pete, jumping through the hole, manages to catch the side of kind of where you guys are and scrabble his way. You do see like some of the boards kind of break a little bit under his weight, but he does manage to safely get onto B-Deck with you guys.
Wow, Pete, that was so impressive. You're a magnificent creature. Now, can you please do me a favor and attack these spooky fellows? So, he's gonna do that. I'm gonna say, Pete, get that one, and go after the one that Xonimus has already hit it. Okay, so. This one will be his bite because that's the one I can reach first, so that's going to be an 18 plus 7.
Will hit?
Oh, the other one probably will not. Only a 4 plus 7, so an 11.
Nope.
So his bite will hit 9 piercing damage with his teeth.
Okay. And biting into the air where this sword wraith exists, because they are very ghostly, it is not quite as effective as you
I
would have
imagined.
hoped. So, that was 9 points, you said? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that would be reduced to that.
Let me ask you this. Now that I've watched something try to actually, attack it, I don't know how to form this into a question, but here's what I want to know. Would it be more advantageous for me to disperse Pete and cast maybe Flame Blade?
Yes.
Okay. So good job, Pete. Your work is done.
Thanks for coming down here.
Take him over to me and I will...
Drop concentration.
Everybody say bye to Pete.
As he pops open a Coca-Cola.
Finally, I get to relax.
You did a great job. I'm sure I'll call on you again in the future. So, what do I have left? Because that was technically Pete's thing, but it's me dropping concentration any kind
You
of...
would drop concentration, which I believe you could just drop concentration. Like, that's not an action to do so.
It would be less of an action to stop thinking about something.
Right? You just...
And even just casting the spell itself drops the concentration automatically.
So I would say that you could go ahead and do Flame Blade.
Flame Blade! Because it's also dark. So this will be helpful.
Now you can see.
So I have a Flame Blade. Unfortunately, I have to walk right up to it.
That you do.
But I don't have very many spells. This is my best bet. So I'm going to try to smack him.
And are you going after the
same one.
Okay.
That Pete just bidded. Nat 20.
Excellent.
Nat 20.
So double all that lovely dice damage.
I want to roll them all at once to make a satisfying sound. So I need more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's regularly 3d6, but now it is 66.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And the d6s go everywhere.
18 fire damage.
18 fire.
Nice.
And that is my turn.
All right, and
Yeah,
it
which one was
does.
that? The middle one?
The one that you already hit.
Okay.
Yes, so you slash at it with this flame blade, and yes, it does take the full brunt of the damage.
They're ghosts. You can't poke them. You gotta magic them.
All right, and so that first initial Sword Wraith, not looking too good. I mean, looking worse than what it started off at. Makron.
Well, we have stone durability hanging on, and the stone aegis that I did earlier only lasts like a minute.
Okay.
But I'm going to do that again. So before Gideon steps away from Makron reaches out and uses the stone sorcery ability to grant him a reduction, an immunity of 3 hit points.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the one standing in the middle of the ghost, but okay.
All right.
I think that lasts for 10 rounds. So anytime he gets a piercing bludgeon,
Yeah,
basically a
for the
physical
next,
attack.
So yeah, for the next minute.
Yep. And then movement-wise, I'm going to move about halfway closer to the one on the left.
Okay.
And that's my options.
All righty. Gideon.
Since I've got my magic weapon out, I'm going to go ahead and use my revolver. Go after the one on Poppy.
Okay.
26 to hit.
Will hit.
10 points of damage.
10 points.
Second shot.
Okay.
9.
Well, what I will say is that as you fire off these blessed bullets, as it strikes true center mass into this wraith, you hear a scream as the spirit dissipates.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Dang it, Gideon, I was gonna finish that one.
Wow.
I'm standing right here.
I didn't figure we were getting that close to finishing it, though.
They said that they looked really bad.
But yeah.
You, okay,
Do you feel
hit it with a crit.
Yeah, I critted it.
Okay. I sorry, I
The
didn't.
polar bear also hit it, and Xonimus hit it.
with
Yeah, I didn't want you to be in any danger. So.
This
I
bullet
can do
comes
it
flying over
myself.
your head.
It was to protect you.
It was actually trying to protect you. I don't know what these things will do if they actually
I
hit.
imagine that your blessed bullets are like the bullets in Who Framed Roger
Yes, they
Rabbit.
are.
Yeah!
So
that
that
two
is
shots or
one.
That was 2. He just
Okay,
fired
No,
2 shots.
it was just one, right? Because the second one.
Correct. Yeah, you have not.
Oh, but I did fire the second
You
one.
fired, yeah, but you
I just
missed.
missed.
Okay. Thank
Say,
you.
keep track of those, Gideon.
Oh yeah.
You got 6 before you got to reload. So that was Gideon. Next up would be Xonimus. So you have the 2 Sword Wraiths, one to the left, one to the right.
before I Eldritch Blast them, and the time it took for us to go through the armory and find the sword and identify that stuff and all the other things and those, and then come down to here, has an hour passed?
Nope.
I'm
No,
going
because I had to dispel Pete.
now
And I still got my magic weapon.
disadvantagedly.
I would say for your poison condition, you've
Yeah.
probably got another 30 minutes
Okay.
before it's going to go away.
I'm sorry.
Disadvantaged by poison. Not checking traps.
So I shot an Eldritch Blast past it, and then I shot another Eldritch Blast past it.
Oh.
Disadvantage is hard. And then I done. That won't do a thing either. So.
All
There we
right.
go. Bye.
All right.
I
Well,
can help you tomorrow.
I'll be dead tomorrow.
it is the time now for the Sword Wraiths.
But the good news is there's only 2 of them now.
There's 2
I'm
left.
right there. I'm the only one right there.
Oh, but you're way up where that one was dead. I killed it. That's why.
No, were they not like?
No, they're on our sides.
Oh, they're trying to flank us.
Yeah.
Them is smart guards. It's like they were trained for this.
Yep.
Makran, you move towards one.
Halfway, yep.
So it is going to move towards you and meet you halfway as it swings a longsword. Be a 22
Oh, that is a hit.
for 12 points of slashing damage. And then it is actually going to use its bonus action to make a second attack. But that is only going to be a 8 to hit.
That's a big ol' miss.
Yeah, and as you see it swing its sword again, it actually leaves an opening. So attack rolls against that Sword Wraith will have advantage until the start of the Sword Wraith's next turn.
That's interesting.
Yep. So the other Sword Wraith that's on the right side is actually going to step up towards you, Xonimus, and will swing once with the longsword. Be a 19
19 will hit me.
for, rolling hot today, 12 points slashing.
You run down.
Okay, I'm going to react.
Okay.
I will take the 12 points slashing, and then I'm going to. It slashes me, and I'll look down at the gash across my chest and pull my hand out, and it's covered in blood, and I'll start laughing. Just. And I'll raise that bloody hand and point at it. And when I do, I'm gonna whistle. And in the matter of less than 2 seconds, the rising sound of barking and yipping and gnarling, and then it fades out as though it's running away in a distance, and it's just like a silence. And then an eruption from the ground up of darkish, hellish flames that burst out into a bright green as Hellish Rebuke kicks in, and it takes.
And it will have to make a dex save.
It makes a dex save.
Coyotes rebuke.
That is an 8.
It takes 9 points of fire damage.
Nice.
See, at first I thought that was gonna be a reference to Yondu.
No.
I'm Mary
Maybe
Poppins.
my laugh turns into a growl.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Oh, I like that. I like the laugh becoming a growl.
The laugh becomes a growl. Don't whistle. That laugh becomes a growl, and then the
Yeah.
yipping starts.
Or even a howl.
Of coyotes.
Love it. Love it.
That's my reaction.
Yes.
Yes. And I took it.
Well then, that is it for my Sword Wraiths. Konnor.
Yay, finally my turn. Okay.
Throw that whole necklace at them.
No. 8 fireballs at once.
Conflagration.
Okay, so I see the one, the Sword Wraith go over to Xonimus, and it hit, and I quickly pull up this undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy, and I fling it at the creature, and since Xonimus is there, I get advantage because pack tactics. We'll see about that. 24
That'll
total. I'm going to use my shiny dice as whatever the damage type will be.
Okay.
Ooh, 2 8s. So 16 points of thunder damage, and because I rolled same digit numbers, it will bounce off of that creature and leap over to the other Sword Wraith if it is at least within 30 feet of it.
Oh yeah, baby.
And so once again, I gotta roll for what the damage type will be. It will be poison damage for 7 on the other Sword Wraith.
This thunder streaks out and strikes the first Sword Wraith. It then ricochets over to the second Sword Wraith in mid-air, transforming from this thunder to this poison. As the poison splashes against the second Sword Wraith, it doesn't do anything.
Immune to poison. It is a ghost.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
What,
It looks awesome.
But it's magic poison? Magic poison, can it get half?
They don't have half a bar then.
All right, is that all for you, Konnor?
Yes.
If you had rolled doubles again, would it bounce again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Chaos
Ricochet.
Bolt is
Amazing.
amazing, and again, from
there
a
were no more enemies.
statistic standpoint, it's not going to happen often, but it could, in theory, happen where it just keeps ricocheting.
Oh, I had to make a new attack roll against that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, it's also advantage. 15 plus 6.
Yeah, it would have. It would have hit.
Would have hit if it wasn't
And
poison.
had it not been poisoned, it would have
It
done
does
damage.
hit. It just
So,
That's good to know.
Yeah.
yes. So, that will bring us back around to Poppy.
Oh, it's my turn? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you got Makran fighting one. Mm-hmm. And then there's one on Xonimus, you said? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go fight Xonimus's one. I'm gonna try to smack him with my sword made of flames. Xonimus, watch out, stand back. I'll save you.
I run.
Oh, I probably whiff, because that's only a 14.
Yeah, you whiff.
It's me.
Yeah.
Yep, I hit. Wait, you look bad, right?
No, I woke up like this.
Do you want healing or not?
Yes.
Can I do a healing word? I think we talked about this last time.
It's bonus action, right?
Yeah, it's a bonus action spell. You technically have not cast a spell this turn.
Okay, you just get a level 1 though, because I am out of spells.
I'm not down much.
I got 6.
Thank you, God.
You're welcome.
Makran.
Even if it's a spell attack, I get advantage on it?
Attack rolls have advantage.
Attack rolls have
a spell, I would consider a spell attack.
Yep. Oh, my good old dice. I rolled a 3 and a 4.
Lovely.
With advantage. So
Beautiful.
This little green golf ball size orb of acid goes right over its head as I try to cast Chromatic Orb and missed.
Gideon.
Let me ask you a question. So since he didn't hit, are we still at advantage on that?
Oh yes, even if he did hit, you would have advantage.
So I'll just turn my gun on it, so with advantage. 16 plus,
Go hit.
11 points of damage.
Okay.
Second shot. Okay, 18 plus,
Go hit.
8 points of damage.
Okay.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
With one Sword Wraith defeated, the other two closing in on the two sides of the party. Gideon had just fired off 2 shots, striking one of the Sword Wraiths. Xonimus, it is your turn.
Indeed it is. I'm going to... Oh, what's the advantage? That's
it was on the Sword Wraith number 2, but not
the one that's
yours.
on us.
Okay, so I'm kind of leaning over to Sword Wraith number 2, or to that one, and flicking a card at it.
Okay.
So, because I have disadvantage, and that gives me advantage, I'm
So
neutral.
you just straight roll.
So, 18 to hit.
Will indeed hit.
And then it is going to do...
Is it magic?
It is so it's it does slicing damage. I mean, it's this playing cards. So there's 1d4. However, was anyone within 5 feet of it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Makron is.
And then the d4 result. It does 14 damage.
14. Okay.
And it is shackled, if it can be shackled.
Okay.
Until it starts next turn, the speed is halved. It can't make more than 1 attack on its turn while its speed is reduced this way.
Nice.
And then I'm going to stand there,
All right.
staring at the one in front of me.
Don't worry, I'll save you.
Yes. So
You locked me
Poppy,
in that cell once.
that Sword Wraith
Got
that
out.
is in front of you will strike out strike out once with the longsword. That's going to be a natural 20
Ooh, no.
Uh-oh.
on the first swing for 11 points of slashing damage.
To me?
Yes, to you.
Okay, sorry.
Critted you.
To you, my dear. And then
I'm fine.
it is going to use its martial fury to strike out again, but this one will miss with only a 9. But you will have advantage on your attacks.
Yeah.
The other Sword Wraith, the one that had been shackled by Xonimus' card trick, is going to swing at Makron. Be a 23.
Yes, that's it.
All right, for
Could have guessed.
6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And it will not be able to use its martial fury ability because it is shackled, so there will be no advantage on that Sword Wraith. But the one that Poppy's fighting, yes, you will get advantage on that one. Konnor.
So I'm kind of annoyed that my arcing Chaos Blade didn't hit the second one. So this time I'm going to aim at the second one with the same weird undulating spell and see if I can hit it.
Okay. So you hit it and do damage that actually affects it?
Hurts it.
That's only a 12. I curse it out in Draconic.
Angry kobold noises intensify.
Language.
I don't have to watch my language if it's in a different language that no one knows how to speak.
Because none of the rest of you speak Draconic.
Like, whoa.
I can tell by tone.
All right, Poppy, you're up.
Sneaky. Well, I'm gonna try something. Let's see what happens. 15.
15 will not hit.
Yep.
Is that all for you this turn, Poppy?
I'm gonna give myself a little healing. Okay, I gave myself 6.
Makron.
Xonimus flung a card at the one on my side of the room.
Indeed he did.
And so, in kind of tag team fashion, I'm going to throw an orb back at the one over by him.
Lovely, I love it.
With a 2 and an 18.
Woo!
So, 20 points of damage from this acid ball.
That
8,
all?
7, and 5.
All right, so the Sword Wraith in front of Poppy
Yes.
disappears with a scream and a plunk.
Daggone it! I was gonna get that one.
I got Xonimus!
Quick, right to the other one.
All right.
Bobby's bringing up her little dagger, her little Bowie knife.
I worked on this flame blade.
Gideon.
So there's one left. How's it looking?
It's shackled. It's not. It's looking. I mean, I would use the term bloodied, but it's a ghost.
Yeah, no advantage on it, but I'm going to go ahead and attack with my last 2 bullets in the gun. 16.
16 will hit.
13 points of damage. Second shot. 18 plus.
Will hit.
9 points of damage.
9. Okay.
So that will empty out the barrels, so I will put it away and draw my scimitar.
All right.
So,
Well,
away.
with that final shot, as the smoke comes off the gun barrel, the bullet once more rips through the chest of this creature, destroying it in a show of light. And the 3 Sword Wraiths are laid to rest.
Again.
I gotta say, good job, everybody. That was working as a team.
I'm going to go.
That's pretty good. It felt good tag teaming.
Are the cages still intact?
For the most part, some of them were kind of mangled and...
I'm going to go to the one that Iopix was in, and that whole hold on to a bar, let your weight hang on it. Yeah, teamwork.
Adorable.
For sure.
What are you thinking of, Xonimus?
The one that I freed from this cage that helped me bring the ship down.
He was in there?
He was in here. I unlocked all these cages to let everyone free. I don't know if they all made it out, but he and I did. We took the ship down, escaped on the Pegasus. He and I made a good team, but he and I weren't family. And look at Gideon.
Yeah, we're just about as dysfunctional as you can get.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And I'll start walking back through this deck. I want to look where the guards hung their keys. Anything interesting over here?
Not really.
I want to look and see if there's a lockpick wedged in the lock of any one of these gates. Like, see? Ha!
I was here.
If there was, it probably rotted away long ago.
You should have carved an X.
They do that everywhere I go. Next time I time travel, I will carve an X into something permanent.
I mean, yeah, you find just some random, again, it's mostly just small bits and bobs, little gold bracelet, copper chalice, some bone dice.
So their scimitars and everything, like, dissipated. They were all kind of
Yeah, the Sword Wraiths themselves were, like, everything about them was ghostly.
Right. I grab up those bone dice, and you see Konnor once again take off his backpack, shove them in there.
I'm remembering the orc woman who told me she didn't want to go out. She didn't want to... I unlocked her gate. So there was an orc woman in this one, amongst others. And I unlocked the cage, and she jumped back away from me. And I told her, I'm not going to make you leave, but the gate's open, you can go. And she was so terrified of what would happen to her, she got caught, that she, I don't know what ended up happening to her. She stayed or ran or what she did.
Well, maybe since you unlocked their gates, once this thing started plummeting, it gave them a chance to actually get out rather than being trapped permanently in a locked cell. You might have actually been the only one to give them a chance to live.
I know it's been 5,000 years, but I don't see any remains laying around or anything like that. Gideon, are these wraithy things, once they've been dispatched, are they gone or could they rematerialize?
This is Michael speaking. I have heard that some of these can return after a certain amount of time. I don't know if these are those.
I would say that Gideon would get the sense that this ground is still unhallowed. So there may be something you could do
There
to...
is something I can do. Not now. Maybe tomorrow. Poppy understand that.
It's every day, bud.
Yeah. Right now I can't, but we might think about doing something with this once we take a long rest.
And I say under my breath a little bit toward Gideon, I mean, look at the way it affects Xonimus. Like, he was only here for a little bit of time, and you can tell there's a weight on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you could bless this place or something, that'd be great.
Unlocking the gates, giving them a chance. Is that something your doggo would have smiled on?
Oh yeah, you're saving life anytime you're doing that. Especially saving life that can't necessarily defend itself. You're protecting the helpless.
What if my intent was to not save lives, but to cause chaos by unlocking the gate? Would she still smile?
Yeah, you still save lives. The ends can sometimes justify the means.
Dysfunctional. Mosey on out.
So in the area, so that we didn't find anything else in the area where people are sleeping?
Mm-mm. Like I said, just a few trinkets, nothing. I mean, sell it to the right person, you get about 25 gold a piece.
Yeah.
But.
And that kind of wider area off to the side, the hammock, what might have been a hammock area and things like that. Mm-hmm. Nothing there to notice.
Yeah, nothing of real import.
Gotcha.
So when I said that and walked away, being all dramatic like, unless something stops us, terrain, environment, dead things, living things, I'm going to see that like Xonimus is walking away from the cages, and it's just like an automatic walk kicks in. Mm-hmm. Because I did this just a week ago. Took this same walk, and this time, but that time it was a matter of life and death. I remember it, I pick it up. Mm-hmm. And it's weird that
Where once you had to very carefully peek around corners, duck behind barrels and boxes, and try to stay out of sight with this gentle but confident presence that was Eopix.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing. Eopix knew his business.
he got me. The hiding, the sneaking, the...
You didn't have to tell him twice.
So, again, unless something stops us, I'm following that walk.
Wait up, I got little legs.
Most of us have little
Wait,
legs.
Xonimus, you know where you're going? This is the way?
This is the way.
All right. This is the way. Thanks, Mando.
We didn't mean it that way.
Can you put that music in there?
You find a set of stairs, a familiar set of stairs that lead down into the cargo hold.
Should we send Poppy again?
No.
I still have wild shape in me if you really want to.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But we might want to save that wild shape for later.
I mean, when I came down here earlier, I could see what I imagined was some kind of engine or forge or something that seemed to have crashed around down here. But that's all I saw.
Yeah, because that is part of the problem, is that this area took the brunt of the damage from the fall.
Because it was on bottom.
Yep.
So much of what was here has been destroyed. It's kind of difficult to pick your way through the rubble.
Do we make it that far effortlessly, or
Down the stairs and we can look.
Yeah,
or is that based on what she was saying? Because the whole thing was, should we send Poppy first? Should we be quiet with... Johnny accidentally made this mistake in his head, so I'm going to say Xonimus makes it too, of it's completely safe because everything here is gone now. Everyone's gone. So it may be foolish to think that way, but Xonimus is just walking through like he owns the place.
Yeah, he walked off like he knew exactly where he was going and what was
I'm
going.
not being sneaky, and I don't know. What if there's something around the corner? There's nothing around the corner because we killed everything on the ship. Me and Eopix. And for a brief moment, I'm stuck there. Like, you know what I mean?
Forgetting to check for traps again.
I'm distracted by the thought of, and just making my way to the forge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's
It's not a where are you, it's a when are you.
Oh, we're right behind you.
Picking your way through, you have to duck under and climb over things, but you eventually come to what would have been the area of the forge room. There is no hint of the battle that was once fought here, as things lie scattered and broken. If you hadn't have been here before, you probably wouldn't have known what it was.
Also I have the Azer, or its hammer.
You feel the ghost of warmth. You hear phantoms
Echoing boom.
echoing booms and the noise of the engine and of the airship, or of the skyship as it sailed. It's all, to you, almost as fresh as the day of. You can almost hear the way Eopix laughed at the fight before you.
I'm actually realizing I'm standing where I was and look over to what would have been him and those two snakes coming up out of the core. Those two red fire snakes. So this was the engine.
That old hunk of medicine right there?
There was a crystal here similar to what Smith might be looking for.
Wow.
But wasn't
Margaret
the whole
starts to
thing
take a
that
look.
you dislodged it? That you took it?
He shattered it.
Shattered it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there nothing else around here? We check around, looking. There's nothing left here. All right.
No shards of anything that we can find.
Give me a perception check.
Maybe
No, it was
not
just a
silken
16.
strand of soft hair.
16.
Soft white.
16. Yeah, with a 16, you're looking through and you cannot make heads or tails of this area. There's too much damage.
Well, I think we've scoured this place as much as we possibly can. What say we go up to the top, camp out, and maybe I can bless this area tomorrow morning and see if we might be able to take care of this place.
The five of you make your way carefully back up to the main deck. You find where Jasper has set up camp, sitting there with Thalia, who is still bound and gagged.
Unconscious still?
Still unconscious.
That's a good sign.
Jasper looks up at you and says, well, neither myself nor Kikiek have spotted anything. What'd you find?
Well, unfortunately, just some little things around, weapons, but sadly I don't think found anything that could have worked on your...
No, well, I appreciate you for even just looking.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big sight for one dwarf to try and go through. Take years to pick through what remains.
There's some pretty nasty, undead spirits down there.
Oh, I don't doubt it, boy. I've not seen them myself, but you can feel the ghosts around here.
You ever seen anything weird up top here, like around the edge of the pit that's excavated out?
No, not that I can say, Makron. I've heard rumors that this Pegasus herd somewhere nearby, but other than that...
That's so.
Really? What do you mean?
Like a wild herd of them?
Of course, all Pegasi are wild. They're not creatures that can be tamed, boy.
You heard any rumor of a fellow roaming these parts?
What kind of fella? I mean, I've heard of a lot of rumors.
Well, maybe
I've heard sometimes people ride them. I dart at Xonimus.
Maybe
Ride a Pegasus, boy.
maybe an elf.
Well, now that you...
Skin tone that of the sky.
Now that you mention it, you ever heard the story of the Wandering Wind? No. So what they say is that there is an elf who rides atop a Pegasus. No one's really seen him. No one's really talked to him. But they say that he's the only one what has ever made friends with Pegasus.
Red Dirt D&D, Tales from the Caliban Frontier is Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Makron Stonechaper, Johnny Payne as Xonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, Konnor Shenold as Konnor the Kobold, and I'm Michael Cross as Gideon Block. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of tabletopaudio.com and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at reddirtdnd.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word out about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban Frontier.